Yes, Lieutenant, please. Have a seat. Yes. Well, yes, I am intentionally speaking in a softer tone. It's because of the nanobite technology in your ears. Yes. Unfortunately, it takes a few days for the nanobites to adjust the sound level in your ears. But don't worry, once they've done that, there won't be a problem. But you're going to want to avoid loud noises and sounds for the next 2 to 3 days. I recommend staying here at the treatment facility. Oh, don't worry, Lieutenant. The military will get by without you. Until then, I'll even write your commanding officer a note. Well, that's about as far as my bedside manner goes. Now, according to the nurse, you had some questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Mm-hmm. 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 Well, unfortunately, I can't do anything about the overhead lights. But don't worry. The nanobites in your eyes will adjust as well. Until then, I would recommend keeping the sunglasses on. Yes, I know it's very old, primitive technology, but for these sorts of operations, it does come in handy. As for that other thing, again, it takes a while. That's what the physical therapy is for, so that you can also get used to your new arms, hands, fingers, legs, feet, toes. Only I guess not so much toes. Yes. Yes. Well, I'm sorry you ended up accidentally crushing your favorite coffee cup. But it's gonna take a little time again for you to get used to the technology of your new arms and legs. As for the nanobites in your eyes and ears, they will self-adjust on their own. So you don't have to worry about that at all, Lieutenant. Why do I keep calling you Lieutenant? Well, congratulations on the increase in rank. Everyone who goes through the surgery gets an automatic increase in rank. Well, technically you're an officer, but you're not going to be in command of any enlisted men. I mean, basically, from now on, all of the missions you do are going to be highly, highly classified and beyond top secret. Yes. Well, don't worry, Lieutenant. All of that will be worked out with your new commanding officer. Yes. this is always difficult. I'm sorry, Lieutenant. But, well, we still haven't figured out why the implants accept certain individuals and why they reject others. I'm afraid that I'm afraid that your friend didn't survive his surgery. Yes. Lieutenant, please try to calm down a little. I understand he was your friend, but keep in mind both of your injuries were very extensive. Quite frankly, very few triple amputees survive any type of surgery. A quadruple amputee such as yourself, practically unheard of just a few short years ago. Plus a quadruple amputee with no hearing and rather badly damaged eyes. I mean, honestly, Lieutenant, what sort of life would you have had if it wasn't for the augmentation surgery? Yes. Well, I understand that, Lieutenant. These goddamn generators. These rolling blackouts. When is that damn thing gonna... Oh, there we go. Now it kicks in. Yes, I'm sorry about that, Lieutenant. All this technology, and we still can't find someone who's good at basic electrical. All of this advancement. It is frustrating, Lieutenant. I apologize for my unprofessional outburst. But once again, please keep in mind, what sort of life would you have had without the surgery? I mean, chances are, as a quadruple amputee, you would have died anyway. A quadruple amputee with no hearing and barely any eyesight. What sort of life would you have had? I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Lieutenant, you would have been a burden on your family. And, more than likely you probably would have found some way to end things. At least this way you have a new lease on life. And please keep in mind that we have made huge advances in terms of touch technology. Basically, in the old days, if you ended up with cybernetic implants, I mean, yes, you'd have arms, hands, fingers that worked, but you wouldn't have much feel. Well, we've improved on that. Cybernetic technology mixed with nanobite technology. The nanobites are able to tingle whenever you touch something, thus giving you feedback, as if you still had your actual hands and fingers. Yes. So that's good at least, Lieutenant. Mhm. Well, thankfully the injuries to both of your legs were below the knee, so everything you have right below the waist still works. Be very grateful for that, Lieutenant. Now, we will be providing you with a very special inspection kit. It's a small case with tools you will be trained on how to use it. Basically, it's to every couple of days you need to inspect your arms and legs to make sure that everything is working. Now, it sounds a lot more complicated than it is, Lieutenant. But you've got nothing to worry about. These are just inspection tools. Very easy to use. Plus, the nanobites in your eyes will let you know if something is mildly off, if something is slightly wrong, or if you need to immediately come in for as we call it, an adjustment. Well, the last one is extremely rare. You will have to come in about once a month for a thorough examination. I'm sure you understand. The technology must be maintained. Well, I'm sorry, Lieutenant, but you should have read the fine print. This technology, this surgery, costs millions of dollars. Actually, it costs even more than that. Now, the thing to keep in mind is that the technology can't do anything about certain aspects of your life. Well, actually, no, you're not going to have to worry about nightmares. Sometimes the nanobites in your eyes will migrate to your brain. No need to worry. And they can actually repress traumatic dreams that you might have. That's right. You're not going to be haunted by the incident that took place. Don't worry, Lieutenant. Now, I was taking a look at your file. Apparently, you came from a very impoverished family and you joined the military as a way to support them, to go to college, to get free meals. I mean, it's a hard decision to make. But the good news is your brain is undamaged. And the nanobites, they're not going to do anything harmful to your brain. Most of the time, they're going to live in the back of your eyes. Now, don't worry about that. You'll still be able to go to college. You'll still be able to make your family proud. Just please keep in mind, all of this technology spent on you is highly classified. So, please, let's not make things harder than they need to be. Now, if there are any more questions, let the nurse know. And again, it would be best if you stayed here for 2 or 3 days so that the nanobites in your ears and the ones in your eyes can self-adjust themselves properly. Yes, yes. Don't worry, Lieutenant. You're gonna be just fine.